Stuart and Bub, I bought them BB guns, you know, they're kids out there. We had a little creek running out in front of the house, you know, and there was frogs. They'd blow up the big thing here, and they'd go out and shoot the things in them. Yeah, you hear. They're shooting them.
Hey, well, and you remember tossing the toads that we find into the chicken coop?
Yeah.
And the chickens tear them apart?
Yeah, the chickens, yeah, they'd tear them apart. He come in one day and he said there's a big long thing running around from the chicken coop to the chicken house. So I grabbed the old Winchester, went out, he goes over to the chicken coop, kicks it, and this mink run out, and I'm going ka-choom, 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 blowing holes through that thing, and the yellow eggs were just running. We go into the chicken house, and there had been 18 eggs in there, and I wondered why the duck was off the nest. This thing had got in there and ate, cracked open all those duck eggs. And well, we used to use the duck eggs, you know, because they made beautiful Easter eggs. The shells they're like pearls. Anyway, we blew the hell out of that. When Buzz and Sally were there, we had 2 gay roosters.
I think I remember you telling me about the roosters.
So we're out there, we went hunting one night, and we blowed the shit out of this one rooster. Well, we figured that ended that. We thought the other one was a hen. We chased it all over that 12 acres till we finally got it. So I take it out and throw it in the burn barrel. Next morning, here's this crowing. We ain't got no rooster, but here's his rooster. So I go out and I finally figured it out. Had no tail feathers because they were 2 roosters, not no hen. So
Okay.
that was one of the adventures. So anyway, they're shooting each other with the damn BB guns, so I take the BB guns away, and they never got them again. I don't know what the hell I did with them. They never got the damn BB guns.
What about, do you remember the Duster bike?
The what?
The Duster bike? Huffy Duster bike? No? There was a green bike, had a little speedometer on the front of it.
Right.
Banana seat.
Yeah.
I got for one of my birthdays.
Yeah.
One of the great memories of my lifetime.
He got pretty much whatever he wanted. I mean, it wasn't like we were poor. You know. Anyway, finally moved away from. I used to ride him around on a tractor and put Bub to sleep. Ride the tractor, take him out, bring him back, and he'd be asleep at night. Because I run the corn crib, dried the corn, drove the big semis, all that kind of shit on the farm. Plus I worked all day long painting.
And now we know why I like the tractor so much.
Now I made pretty good money working that and then working on the farm too, you know. But we finally bought a house in Creek Court. Moved away from the farm. That's where I think the cat finally left when Janet left and Bub left. Spot went with her, and Em and Stuart decided to stay at the house. I don't know if you've seen some of the pictures of him sitting with the Christmas bows on his head and all the presents and guitars and all that kind of shit. He pretty much had his own band, more or less. And like I say, we had fights over there over the way these kids were raised. I bought the house behind the house so that we would have access to just about everything over there. I did rent it, and I had, what the hell was it? There's a company that builds this garage, Bullock. I had Bullock come over and build a garage back there, 2-stall. So it has a place to work, you know, do things, because the house I'm living in, I converted the garage into a pool room and a bedroom. And I did all that work myself too. Put a big picture window in it, the whole thing, you know, because the guy across the street, at first, we were kind of enemies. In fact, nobody on the block liked us because we were new on the block and everything. So I got tired of it. They were fighting, beating up the kids and everything else, so I just went out and I put a sign out in front for sale. I mean, this sign was that big and that high. Put it right out there. Attitude changed like you would not believe.
I bet.
So, like I say, I painted a room for this, well, like a motorcycle, but it was a European type of thing. It had a light on the back, you know, place for a license plate. It was 50 cc's. Had 4 speeds, the whole shot. So I bring it home, and I'm asked, what the hell are you going to do with that? Well, I'm going to give it to Stuart over my dead body. Well, of course, she's still alive, you know, but we had a little argument about it. Stuart didn't know how to ride a motorcycle or nothing, but I told him, I said, here, this is yours. Put him out in the back of the house, right up against the house. I said, now, when you can run through all 4 gears with this running, letting the clutch out and the whole shot, each gear, not kill it, and not spin the back tire. Just show me that you know where the gear is and raise it each time. Then you can take it and ride it around the yard and stuff. But until then, that front wheel's right up against the house, and that's where it stays. Believe it or not, he learned how to ride it sitting there with the front wheel up against the house. Well, that didn't work too well because he's out here riding around the backyard, around and around. Bub wanted something. So I had to go out and I bought Bub a little...
4 years younger.
Yeah, 4 years younger. I bought him a little motor scooter. It had a centrifugal clutch. The more you give it the gas, the more it'd move and go. So I plopped him on it because there was no way I could teach him how to ride it other than just let him go, freestyle. First damn thing he did was run right into the damn tree. We had one tree in the yard.
I hate it.
He runs into it. She's screaming. Oh man, come on. You know, let them be kids.
This is turning out much better than I expected.
So anyway, Bub learns to ride it, and I go on to work one day. I'm coming home and I'm topping the hill of Creve Coeur, and I'm looking at them. What the hell is that? There's a huge dust cloud over behind the Clark station. And I realized, hey, you know, that's where I live. So I turn on the Hollywood Circle and come down and pull in the driveway, and there's this dust cloud. So I go out the back. Here's 15 friggin' kids,
Oh my God.
all waiting for their turn
On the bike.
for a ride with Bub and a ride with him. We had a trench that deep in the backyard and that wide
They were done.
around a huge thing, and it was nothing but
Oh.
dust. And the people were letting their kids come over,
Take a ride.
and it, you know, and it kept the whole neighborhood occupied. What's wrong with that? You know. So we had that, you know, we had that going, and then she was thinking about getting Bubba a go-kart. Well, there was a guy out at the airport that had a go-kart. Well, that's where it all went downhill. She had a charge down at the gas station, and she'd go through 25 gallons or $25 a week of gasoline. She had her own car, you know. Well, that didn't work. Didn't have to work. But she ended up hooking up with the guy out there next to her mom's. So that's where the whole thing went down. Anyway, she come in one day and she said, or I come home, she said, I'm not happy. Okay, what else is new? So I'm leaving. Well, I said, don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out. That's exactly what I said. And she did. So, anyway, then she decided to go to Mexico, or New Mexico, down to her sister's for a while. And of course, I went and sold the houses, or I let them go to the bank. I think I went bankrupt. I'm not sure. Anyway, both houses, the whole shot, it went. I rented a trailer over at Reynolds' trailer park. And Stuart and his first wife moved into it.
Crystal.
They were living in the house. And of course, when I decided everything was going to go, I rented a trailer over there and let them move into it because he joined the service. He had belonged at ROTC in Pekin High School. So they were going to go to Colorado. That's where he is.
New Mexico, Albuquerque.
Okay, what were you doing in Colorado?
I don't remember Colorado. I remember I joined out in Albuquerque, New Mexico, which is where we were living.
You went to Colorado for school.
Because
or some
Pooji
sort.
was in Albuquerque.
She was in
So,
Albuquerque, but you
right.
and Crystal went out to Denver,
Yeah. you
and
had
that's where she
school.
left you.
You had school.
After I was already in the Air Force.
Yes,
Yeah.
you
Okay,
had
you
school.
jumped ahead a little bit.
Oh,
on me.
okay, well, whatever. Anyway, when he finally left to go,
Yeah, Lowry at Lowry Air Force Base in Denver. Yep.
yeah. Anyway, they went over there, and I don't know, some odd reason, he ended up with Josh, and she went off, and he goes on down to San Antonio. We had the Salvation Army contact them because we couldn't get a hold of them for some odd reason. Anyway, we had the Salvation Army get a hold of them, and that's when we found out everything went down the tube.